BD5 Pilot with you out at the Hillsboro hangar, and here's what I'm working on today to try to finish those wingtips up for the air show. So what I need to install are these lightweight plastic wingtips, and then be able to mount the strobe and the landing light actually in them, so I need to reinforce them inside. And of course what these do is slide onto the actual wingtip. So what I've done is I've marked out the measurement to put us basically in the middle, and then my spacing for where to put the nut plates, and basically putting it in a place that avoids running into the spar itself, so I don't have the clearance problem with the spar itself. So I'm about to drill those holes out and then set the piece on, drill it, and then very carefully make a 25 thousandths backing doubler to pro seal in and rivet on, so that give a little extra support to that plastic piece, and then make a piece that comes out and backs the strobe and the landing light as well. So to show you the method I'm using, I've cut out about a 3/4 inch wide piece of 25 thousandths, and I've clamped it in, shaped it into the inside shape of that wingtip, and I've drilled it out matching what's in the wings themselves for where the screws are going to go. But then in between, I'm going to put flush rivets. We're going to pro seal this into place, and I'm going to let that seal up before I continue. So I have something backing this up. So now when I put this on and go for final drilling and dimple dying, it's all going to fit. I've got one side completed now, so we've put that doubler in behind the plastic, and then the other piece in to support the strobe and the landing light. So next step will be preparing the other piece and then getting them ready both for pro seal and final assembly. And there we have another batch of that wonderful pro seal, nice and gray and gooey, and we've got the clecos pulled out. I'm about to pull this apart, and we'll get to work putting this piece together and then the other, and we're going to leave them to dry overnight. Yeah, this one's a particularly sticky, gooey job, but I've got everything clamped together. I'm just about to pull the clecos and then put the rivets in, and then these are ready to sit for the night. Well, let me tell you, as I got to thinking about the way I was doing that work and using those clamps to make sure the pro seal got all set where I wanted, I got to thinking, no, I want these actually to conform and be the shape of the wingtip. So I cleaned up some of the pro seal, set these into place now that there are riveted in place with those flush rivets on the interior, and then I drilled out the aluminum and put the clecos in to hold them into the shape that I want on the wingtip itself. So yeah, this pretty sleek little bird is now looking about as complete as it's ever looked. So I'll get a chance to come by and check on things on Tuesday morning, and then Thursday afternoon I plan on putting the propeller on, and if I have time I'll drill and put those lights in place so that they're sitting on the plane. But it looks like we're just about ready to show this at the air show. So I'm going to call that a good weekend work at the work, and say BD5 Pilot's out for now. Have a great week, everyone.